This episode was brought to you by Mitchell's Plumbing. We're here when you need a place to go.
See, we didn't have the Walmart here. It was Red Food Store, which is now the old Red Food Store buildings are Food Cities now.
Ah, okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Slice of Ringgold. Today I've got Tom Hawley with Hollywood Doors, and I want you to introduce yourself.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tom Hawley, owner and operator of Hollywood Garage Doors, local family-owned garage door company. We service the greater Chattanooga area, Ringgold, about a 50-mile radius around Chattanooga we cover.
So how did you get into this business? What did you do before here?
I was a welder fabricator by trade.
Okay.
And a local garage door company was looking for a welder. Commercial garage door company was looking for a welder. And I answered the ad and was like, I know nothing about garage doors, but I can weld up the crack of dawn, a broken heart, whatever, you know. And they kind of brought me in, taught me the trade. And I suffered a industrial accident. I fell off a 12-foot step ladder, landed on a 55-gallon drum, broke 3 ribs, ruptured my spleen, misaligned 3 vertebrae in my back. 6 months later, I'm going back to work, and my wife at the time was like, you're not going back to working off ladders on anymore. I want your feet on the ground.
Right.
So I went back to the machine shops and fab shops, welding and fabricating, and started doing garage doors as a side gig. And back in the days of Craigslist.
Oh, yeah.
It started as a Craigslist ad 35 years ago.
That's funny you say that. My younger sister got a job through Craigslist about 20 years ago, and it's become a profession of hers. But now when you hear Craigslist, you're like, what? Yeah, you got to educate people on that. So educate me a little bit when you're talking about garage doors and welding. Obviously, I know what a garage door looks like, but is there still a welding component to garage doors?
Not so much in your residential fields. Is pretty much where we focus at. A lot of the commercial doors you do require some welding, because welding up the heavy duty tracks and the brackets and everything to carry the weight of the heavy doors, installing dock plates and things like that requires welding. But we don't bring a welder to your house.
So you said you do mainly residential now.
Yes.
How long ago did you start doing that as a side gig? So how long have you been in business, I guess is what I'm asking.
Well, I did the side gig up for about 20 years. Worked for the commercial door company for 5. Did the side gig for about 20 years, and it got to the point where I was at work turning down work. So I did, I was making, an hourly rate at the machine shop when I could be out working for myself. And I hate to say it, but I got tired of making another man rich.
I've always heard working for yourself is the hardest and the best job you can do.
Yes, it is. There's nothing fun about it. The first few years was a huge struggle. We've started the business 10 years ago. In the first probably 2 or 3 years, it was, just an uphill battle. But after that, we hit a stride, and we've just steadily been growing every year.
I want to focus on the positive and how you overcome that battle, but was that the economy? Was it building your client base? Was it learning the trade, or what was? It was
really, part of it was the economy. Part of it was just getting our name out there. I had a small client base with my Craigslist ad. I had certain builders that I worked for and things like that through there, but once, the first couple of years were, hard getting your name out there and, building the clientele and, the word of mouth and the community trust, really.
Absolutely. I've heard as a small business owner, you wake up every day unemployed and you got to go find work.
Yes.
And that's what it is. So you do new construction? Do you do replacements? What kind of clients do you guys serve?
Pretty much anybody that needs a garage door, to be honest with you. We work with new home builders, spec home builders, custom home builders. We work with real estate agents, house flippers, property management companies, even the homeowners. We'll come out and repair or replace a door or opener for a homeowner just as well as we would for a builder or property management company.
So I'm thinking about garage doors on homes, garage doors on detached garages, detached garage that may be for an RV. Like you can do it all then, everything under one house.
We've actually done garage doors in these portable storage buildings.
Oh, neat.
Little lady had a 6x7 swinging door on her storage building, and the door was failing, and it was hard for her to open. She had to get her son to come over to open the door to get her lawnmower out so she could mow her grass. And she called me. I went out and looked at it. We ended up putting a garage door in her little storage building so she can go out there and turn a handle and raise the door manually.
Convenient and probably more safe for her too.
Yeah, a lot safer for her.
I was about to ask you, can you tell me a story about a memorable client or experience that you've had?
Well, one that really strikes me is a house up on the ridge. This home was probably, goodness gracious, 150, 200 years old. Had an old stone foundation under it. Wow. They had old single panel kick-out style doors in the garage, and which you can't really get anymore. They're not safe, huge laundry list of things. But anyway, had 3 garage door companies in Chattanooga tell him that there's no way we can't put a garage door in here. Don't have the headroom. This plumbing's in the way. This ductwork's in the way, It'll never work. Well, I'd worked for one of his neighbors, put a garage door in his house. And he says, well, just call my door guy, see if he can come out there. So I went out there and met with him, went in there, measured the opening out, and sat there and scratched my head. And I said, well, we can do it if we do this, this, and this. And, it's going to be a real tight fit, but instead of being a 7-foot tall door, it's only going to be 6'6" tall. It's going to have to go in on low headroom track. It was just a huge...
You got to work with what you got.
Right.
Yeah.
And we were able to get it in there, even, make the door work and give him a fresh opening. And so he could put the house on the market because he wasn't able to, they wouldn't give him what they call a certificate of occupancy to sell the house unless the garage door worked in the basement.
Makes sense. So that's funny you use that story because I was going to ask you, as a realtor, I see a lot of houses that are older but that have got new garage doors because maybe the older garage door was wooden, rotten, or somebody's had an accident and hit it, But I was going to ask if you do any customization to make them fit because obviously cars were smaller back then and they're larger now, taller and everything like that. So you're able to, like you just said, do some customization and make things work within reason then.
Yes, within reason. I mean, you come to a point now in some instances where you're throwing a whole lot of money at a project that's not going to reap a reward. But, we've done enclosed carports, made them in the garages. Got people we work with. We did a job over in Red Bank where there was a commercial property and they wanted a garage door put in the wall there so they could, in the little warehouse area behind the storefront, so they could bring product in and out of it easier. So I contacted one of my friends in construction trades. They come in, cut the opening, framed it up for us, trimmed it out, and as soon as they're done, we come in right behind them and put up the garage door, and we took a bare wall
and made it
at 8 o'clock in the morning, and at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we were all pulling off the job with a garage door in the opening.
So after 10 years of business, you've built up a network of other trades that help you reach your clients' goals then.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm actually, I do a lot of work with a lot of different tradesmen. I've been in this business, I've been in the industry 30 years, so I know plumbers, electricians, framers, sheetrock guys, and I'm a wealth of knowledge. And I work with a lot of my clients, a lot of the homeowners. They'll call me and be like, "Hey, I got such and such a problem. Do you know a guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, here, let me send you a couple of numbers."
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a good, your representation of the quality of work that your vendors do too.
Yeah.
I got to ask you, I love your company name, Hollywood Garage Doors. Can you tell us how you came up with that name?
Well, my name's Tom Holly. I'm a motorcycle enthusiast. We get out and ride motorcycles on the weekends, and all my biker buddies nicknamed me Hollywood. So when the wife and I were kicking around for a name for the company, this come up. It just kind of stuck.
It's memorable for sure.
Right. I wanted something catchy that would, kind of stick in your mind and stay front of mind.
Well, I like it too because, like you said, your last name is Holly, so somebody's not going to forget your name. At worst case scenario, they'll be like Mr. Holly, So,
there's so many people in town that just call me by Hollywood.
Yeah.
When I go to the networking events, I walk in the door and there'll be three or four guys come up and say, "Hey, Hollywood, what's going on?"
Do you still ride your motorcycle often?
As much as I can. We get. We were supposed to go riding up in Robbinsville this weekend, but some things have came up and we're not going to be able to go.
I do not have a motorcycle. Last time I was on the Tail of the Dragon, I was in a minivan, and it was pretty embarrassing. So,
well, the last time I was on the Tail of the Dragon, I had a guy in a Honda Civic come around the corner on my side of the road, ended up ditching my Honda VTX, and that was about a year and a half ago. Luckily, I wasn't hurt. Scuffed the bike up a little bit, but I hate to say it, but I refuse to ride the tail anymore.
It's pretty crowded. It's beautiful, especially this time of the year, but it's pretty crowded for sure.
It's a fun road to ride, but I refuse to ride it on the weekends. If I've got a day where I can break out on a Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe even a Thursday, I can take off work and run up there. I might go ride it then, but it's just too much traffic. It's become a tourist trap, for lack of a better word.
Yeah. Well, I want people to know how to reach you. So let everybody know how to reach you. And we covered garage doors. Is there anything else that you want people to know about you or your business? And I want them to, again, to know how to reach you as well.
Okay. Well, along with garage doors, we do supply garage door openers. We can retrofit, other existing garage doors if you want to put them on a high lift situation where you can come in and put in a lift in your garage if there's enough head space. Several different things that we can do to help the homeowner out, give them more room in their garage. This time of year, with it being cold weather coming on, if you've got an existing wooden door or a non-insulated door above or below living space, you notice the floors are cold, we can come in and actually upgrade you to an insulated door, not only saving you money on a new garage door, but will also help you save money on your electric bill. And over time, probably, you'll pay for the door itself, and then you'll have that money coming back into your pocket. I know customers that can save $60 to $80 a month on their electric bill just by installing a insulated garage door.
Well, I'm thinking about garage doors too, upgrading them. As a realtor, curb appeals everything.
Yeah.
So a garage door is going to be one of the first things people see when they pull up. Educate me and everybody else a little bit about like garage door maintenance. I have a 3-car garage. My garage doors are working okay right now, but what can I do to promote the longevity of them?
Well, we offer a maintenance package. We can come out and lubricate, inspect the doors, stay on top of it for you. We do annually, biannually, or quarterly service packages we can work out for you. Offer a reduced service call rate in the event something happens between, our maintenance plan. And then you get first priority as well as far as in our scheduling. But, just any moving part, if it moves, lubricate it.
Okay.
A little spray lube works great. Oil-based preferably.
Okay.
But, there's, several, those are the best things you can do to help prolong the life of your garage door.
That makes sense. That makes sense. In real estate, I have a story once where I'm helping this client buy a house, and it was over there where all the tornadoes happened. They got a new roof 3 years ago, but the new roof that was supposed to last 30 years was not done correctly. They'd used the wrong OSB size, and so the roof was waving, and we had to ask for a new roof on a house that had a new roof,
right?
Because it wasn't done correctly. Have you experienced anything like that?
Have I experienced anything like that? Well, yeah. I mean, I've come across some installs that weren't done properly. Job I did for a builder. I've been working for him for years, and another company came in and undercut me by $75.
Oh,
now I've been working with this guy for even before I went full time into the business. And have been doing doors for him for about 10 years. And he's like, "You going to match their price?" And I was like, "No, I'm not. If you want to deal with this company, go right ahead." So 2 months rock on. I haven't heard from him. He calls me, says, "I need you to come out here to lot so-and-so and fix this garage door." I says, "Well, you need to call the company that put the door up. That's not us. That's not our job." He's like, "Well, I've called them for 2 weeks now, and I'm closing Friday.
Oh, no.
I need you to come fix the door." I show up, the door's hanging crooked in the opening, cables are off of it. I spent an hour and a half fixing the install of this garage door. And it would take me about 2 hours to install the door from start to finish, because every time I'd fix one problem, I'd find another, and then another, and then another. So I finally get everything done, get it working, and he comes up, and I was like, "So, this is what all was wrong with the install." I says, "I really, I'm kind of upset with you here." I said, "You went with a lower bid." I said, "But you didn't compare apples to apples." I said, "They beat my quote by $75, but you didn't get a Wi-Fi compatible operator. You didn't get an insulated door, and you didn't get windows. The upgrade in the operator alone was the $75 difference." I said, "You lost $750 worth of value in the door with the windows and the insulation. So next time, make sure you compare apples to apples and not just take the lowest bid."
Absolutely. And sometimes you literally get what you pay for.
Oh, yes.
I
mean, people ask me, why I choose the manufacturers and the equipment that I do. And it's because I've been through them all. Within the 35 years of me being in business, I've dealt with all the garage door manufacturers out there. And if there's a certain brand you want, I can get it.
Okay.
I still have those connections, but the ones I deal with on the regular, I know have good product, good quality, and provide good service. If I have any issues, like I only sell LiftMaster openers because I've dealt with Genie and Lanier and all the troubles that those operators bring to the table. And if I have a problem with a LiftMaster opener, even 6 months, a year down the road, if you're having a problem out of your operator, I don't come out there and try and just fix the operator. I just swap the operator out. You get a brand new one, I put their old one in the box and send it back to them.
There you go. Yeah.
So that way my customers get good quality products. And that's, you can cheap out on some things, but
quality
like this, quality means a lot, especially in a garage door.
Yeah.
Because you want something that's going to be there 20 years down the road, 15, 20 years down the road. You don't want something that you're going to be replacing in the next 5 to 10 years, because I hate to say it, garage doors aren't cheap anymore.
Right. Yeah, it's something that you want a return on your investment.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and I've seen with house flippers and things like that, people don't realize that a garage door will give you, over 100% return on your investment. Like if you If you're putting in a $2,000 garage door, you're going to see a $4,000 return on your appraisal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're not going to go to the closing table and have a homeowner saying, well, these are 20-year-old garage doors and they're falling apart and I want $4,000 to replace these doors.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's a good story and a good lesson. Like we just talked about, you get what you pay for. You need to, if you can work with a company that has researched and experienced different products and companies and able to make recommendations, that's what you need to do for sure.
Right. I mean, we install everything from your basic builder grade pan door all the way up to, 5-layer laminate overlay doors that are foam core insulated, what I call the Bentley of garage doors.
I was fixing to ask you, in your years of experience of garage doors, I'm sure you've seen technology advance with the Wi-Fi,
yes,
garage door openers, and now even the materials as well.
Right. We're even putting in what we call full view doors, which are aluminum frame glass front doors. You'll see a lot of them in like restaurants, like say Twin Peaks, Jonathan's, several of the restaurants downtowns have them so they can have an indoor outdoor area. So if it's beautiful outside, you can raise the doors and get the fresh air in, but in the cold months you can pull them down and close off the area. We do those. We did one for a church 2 weeks ago in their youth facility. So they've got an indoor outdoor space now.
That's very neat.
Like you said, it's over my years in the industry, I've seen a lot change. Everything used to be AC motors and they were so loud, obnoxiously loud.
Oh yeah.
Now everything's going to DC drive motors. Not only are they energy efficient, they're super quiet.
Oh.
They've got LiftMaster now has gone to all their operators come equipped with the MyQ app, so you can control the door remotely with your phone, get text alerts if someone opens the door.
I need a new garage door, it sounds like.
And they're also all cameraed. The technology price has come down to where it's affordable now. It used to be camera operators were $500-600 just for the operator itself. Now they've got them down to where they're $275-300.
Wow, very neat. Well, how can people get a hold of you if they need garage door services or replacements? What's the best way to reach you? Best
way to reach us is by phone. We're still old school. We answer the phone when it rings, whether it's 2 in the afternoon or 2 in the morning. Our phone number is 423-645-7147. You can find us on Facebook, Hollywood Doors. I'm on TikTok as well. And our website is hollywooddoors.net.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
This episode was brought to you by Mitchell's Plumbing. We're here when you need a place to go.